They're the ones that help us promote it. They're the ones that buy the continental breakfast. And they're the ones that help us get the word out. So without any further delay, I'd like to call on Sean Kemp from McCabe and Mack. Personally thank him. I'd like him to say a few words. Would you please welcome him?
Thanks, Charlie. Yep, my name's Sean Kemp. I'm an associate with the law firm McCabe & Mack. For those of you that aren't familiar with McCabe & Mack, it's a full-service law firm that's been serving the Hudson Valley for over 110 years now, I believe. I myself specialize in commercial litigation, land use litigation, commercial collections, things of that nature. But as I said, it's a full-service law firm, and I handed out a little pamphlet about the firm with my card on it. Please feel free that if you ever need anything, any type of legal advice, or if you're in any type of legal trouble, you can give me a call. If it's something that our firm doesn't happen to handle, I'll make sure I put you in the right direction. But the main point that I'd like to make is I really do appreciate the attendance and people coming out and paying attention to the newsletter and the emails that you probably receive, because the more people that come out and walk away with something, a tool or an asset from these types of seminars, that's really what McCabe & Mack's purpose is here. It's not only just to get our name out there, but it's also to help the chamber invest in yourselves. So thank you very much, and again, have a good day.
It's about making decisions, lots of decisions, lots of tiny decisions. Okay? Decisions that we may not even realize that we're making. Okay? They often go unnoticed. In life, every day, we make hundreds and hundreds of decisions. But usually they're made in relation to what's not working. Okay? We attend to what we identify as being issues and problems in our lives. Right? Isn't that true? We attend to problems and issues, and we respond with feelings of uncertainty and stress. Anybody ever have uncertainty? I have clients that come to me and say that all the time. I have people that come in my office and say, Dr. Green, I'm suffering from uncertainty. And then I go, well, you sure? All right. So, operating this way, we basically use ourselves poorly. We use our natural selves poorly without even realizing it. And we keep making the decisions that keep us stressed. As a result, we live our lives with a ton and absolutely stress everywhere. Isn't that true? Absolutely stress everywhere. And we're basically chained to our problems. Anybody here find he's chained to his problem or hurt? Anybody live life chained to problems? Do we support that feeling? Watching the nightly news replete with stories of death, destruction, financial woes, or gossip shows that impart all this great minutia garbage that we can then share our astonishment with the next day with our coworkers. What famous person is sleeping with whom? That kind of thing. How about that little voice? You ever run that little voice in your head when you wake up? Oh shoot, it's Monday. Damn, I gotta go to work today. The weekend's over. You ever do that? Oh God, I know I'm gonna want my boss's ear and he's not gonna have time for me. Or I know this person's gonna annoy me and say the wrong thing. I know there's gonna be trouble. You ever do that? Anybody ever run that little voice in their head? Huh? Come on, you know, fess up. Get that knot in your stomach, right? Okay. Very good. So, yeah. The point is that when you're all done with that, when you have all of that over, do you ever try then not to have stress? To no avail? Huh? Everybody? Having stress or not? Having stress or not depends on where you place your attention in life. It has to do with where you put your attention. Now, we interact with the world. Long Island. I grew up in Queens, in a place called Jackson Heights. And Jackson Heights had all these apartment buildings. It was like an apartment haven. 86-11 34th Avenue, I still remember. I have an unbelievable memory. I remember my phone number then. But 34th Avenue was a busy street. You couldn't play stickball in the street or anything. And there were apartments everywhere. So what they did was every 3 or 4 apartment buildings, they built a playground. So all the kids could go to the playground who were in these apartments. And my playground was a block away. And it was this, you know, what a typical playground looks like. It was defined, the perimeter was a chain link fence with bushes growing intertwined throughout. And inside was contained swings, a slide, a sandbox, the usual stuff that kids want to do. Plus some benches for the parents to sit and gossip in there. Okay. Situated throughout this park, throughout this playground, strategically, were these wire mesh trash barrels. Okay, where people threw garbage. They don't have very many around here. Sometimes I have to walk inside places to throw garbage out. I noticed that. But anyway, we had these trash barrels in this park. And every day around the same time, this rag picker looking guy in his overalls and stick with the point on it, burlap sack over his back, would trudge his way in, and he would pick up garbage and put it in the can, but then he'd spew it out. And he'd find an aluminum can. He'd wipe it off and stick it in his sack. And he'd take another one, more garbage, until he'd find another aluminum can. And he'd find 6, 7, 8 of these cans, put all the garbage back, then he'd move over to the next trash barrel, and he'd do the same thing. Put the loose garbage in, which he then had to spew out to get to the aluminum cans. And we watched this ritual, and we said, what's wrong with this guy? I mean, I was 7, and we knew, like, something's wrong with this guy, right? So he'd go from can to can to can to can, and he'd get maybe 25 of these aluminum cans, and he'd put them in his sack, right? And I thought, what is wrong with this guy? Because lining the perimeter of this playground, stuck between the wire mesh fence, the chain link fence I mean, and the bushes growing throughout, were hundreds and hundreds of cans. But he never picked any of them up. And for years we never knew why. When I got older, I realized why. He knew where all the cans were. So, as I said, the key is that people get stressed because they've learned to filter for what's not working. And the task I have is to shift the ground that people are operating from. That's why I did this first before I just said this, because now this makes sense. Okay? I shift the ground that people are operating from. People who know me pretty well, who come to work with me, often say, when I work with Dr. Green, shift happens. Okay, so what does it mean I shift the ground? Well, the ground of experiences, the ground of my work, is that the way we operate first shows up and is held in your body in some very specific ways at the neuromuscular level. Okay? And what I saw going on with you, and with Deanna, were changes in your body. Did you notice that when you breathed differently? How are you feeling right now?
Pretty relaxed.
Okay, good. Where'd she go? There you are. Okay. You listening?
I am.
Okay, good. So that is really the foundation of this work. That changes occur this way. All right? Everybody still with me? Okay. Look that over. Today was an introduction to some of the essential ingredients that counter living inside a stressful existence and learning how to go where stress is not. I've basically given you the pill form of the overview of what we do. But I have an expression. Verbal behavior is just a lot of talk. I love expressions. You like that? I have another one. Halitosis is better than no breath at all. People will complain a lot. All right. This was an introduction.